Hey, I'm Chase from Two Star Wars Nerds, and today I have a video on Star Wars Biomes. It was something they just kind of ghost released on May the 4th for the May the 4th Be With You holiday, when we really know May 25th is the real Star Wars holiday. We know it. But nonetheless, Biomes. It's kind of like a Planet Earth documentary, kind of like a Nat Geo slow pan flyover. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really a fan. I think they could have done a great job with this. I think it could have been so cool, but instead, I don't know. It just feels kind of lacking, to be honest. I mean, there's so many things that they could have done that they left out, but it is what it is. It is what we have. But this is what you're seeing now is the typical fashion of how this whole like 18-minute documentary short is. There's no like title or placards for each planet that you're being shown. And it's just a really slow pan kind of showing off some visual effects. To be honest, it kind of feels like something that maybe someone would use to apply for a job at Lucasfilm or for a job at Disney to say, here are my chops, man. Here's what I can do in the graphic arts. It's a cool idea, but it just kind of feels half-baked, if I'm being honest. But here's what you see. You see Hoth, Tatooine, Sorgan, the rice fields in Mandalorian. You see Mustafar, which is actually pretty cool. You see Crait and you see Ahch-To. And even Crait in The Last Jedi, The Last Jedi is The Last Jedi, but Crait was pretty cool, at least in terms of how it looks, visually how it looks. But this is all they do. I mean, it's like a screensaver. But one thing that's really interesting is when they're doing these flyovers and they're using, in their words, the most beloved Star Wars planets. There's like nothing from the prequels. There's no Naboo. There's no Coruscant. There's no Camino. There's no Geonosis. There's no Kashyyyk. There's no Mandalore. They don't even go into like the Forest Moon of Endor, Dagobah, Yavin. There's so many things that they could have done, but they didn't do it. And a side note on this, if you even look at these textures here, they just don't feel like they're fully rendered. Like, it just feels like video game graphics are honestly better than this. And it's just kind of, I don't know, it just feels unfinished to me. What I would have loved to see in this, I would have loved to have some narration. I would have loved maybe some behind the scenes, like, take it one of two directions. Either say, this is where we shot on location, and here are some things that, you didn't know about the filming process. Or go for full immersion, have somebody with that rich, sultry voice telling you all about the natives and the locals and things that you wouldn't have known unless you have like the Star Wars Atlas. I will say this, I guess, scene, if you will, in Mustafar is pretty cool. It's kind of just really dark the whole time, but it's just cool to see like Vader's lair. Pretty awesome. Something I think would have been also great in this is take you to some places of interest on these planets. Instead of this slow flyover, maybe have like a whole episode dedicated to Mustafar, and it shows you some of the actual locations and places of interest and things that you would be interested in. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I'm kind of calling this like the B-film adaptation of Planet Earth in the Star Wars universe. That's honestly what it feels like. I know that may come off a little bit harsh, but it just doesn't feel like this was fully executed as an idea. It was just kind of like another cool thing to say we put out, when in all reality, it doesn't do much for me. I do think this could be done well. I would watch a full 90-minute presentation like this if it was done well. I love Planet Earth. I love Planet Earth 2. I love the Nat Geo documentaries, and I watch them over and over and over. They're some of my favorite things to watch. This could have been so cool in the Star Wars universe, but instead it just didn't connect. It didn't land. Obviously, it's impressive what they can do, but not only have I seen better, it's honestly just kind of a drag and kind of boring. There's some people praising this, and they absolutely love it. More power to you. More power to you if you love this. I just wanted to give a review. Not really a fan, to be honest. But what I'm really curious about actually is, if you're watching this, I would love to know what planets you would like to see if they redid this or if they continued this. For me, there are, like I said earlier, I would love to see Naboo above and below water, I suppose. I would love to see Coruscant, Endor and its moon, specifically the Forest Moon, Dagobah, Camino, Geonosis, Yavin, Kashyyyk, Mandalore. There's so many more. I mean, it's like, just flip open the atlas and just show me some cool stuff. Don't show me like the rice field from Mandalorian. You know, it's not that great. Don't just show me a desert and throw in C-3PO and R2-D2 and hope that that's enough fan service to make this interesting. But let me know in the comments what you would like to see in this kind of visual style Atlas, Planet Earth-esque documentary. I am Chase from Two Star Wars Nerds, and may the Force be with you always.